Hello, my beautiful golden viewers of gold. Hear me out. The sun challenges us to shine. The clouds remind us to move. The birds tell us we too can fly. And the sky says there's no limit to our dreams and goals. A golden team is here to inspire you, to motivate you, to encourage you to go for gold. Remember, you're powerful, you're amazing, you're a king, you're a queen, and you are born to shine. You're highly welcome, be greatly inspired. This is Gold.
Today on Gold.
Champions are made from something deep that they have inside of them, a dream, a desire, and a vision. Do you want to be wealthy? Do you want to be successful? Do you want to find your purpose and do your purpose purposely? Yes, I know you want to be a champion. Here is the trick of the trade from our champion of the day. Be inspired and be a true champion. Let's go for gold with our champion of the day. Her story is a great testimony. Quitting a paying job in search of a career change at the age of 46 can only be with faith. Not only did she manifest a leap of faith in her career, and when she was abandoned by her former partner, she did the same with her health. The best decision she's ever taken. She is one of the leading property agents in South Africa today because she is her own boss and she makes her own laws. She was told that she will drop dead anytime and that cancer was going to kill her, but she said no, it won't. Surviving cancer gives her courage to help other cancer patients. She encourages us to put only positive words and positive thinking in our minds. To the youth, there is no ceiling to what you can be. Dream big and go for it, but be assured that no one is coming. No one is coming to save you. The only person that can save you is you. It is what it is. Her inspirational story is needed on Gold.
Hi everyone, I'm Janice Nightingale from Nightingale Properties in association with Keller Williams Advance. I'm really happy to be here on the show Gold, and let's go for it. Hopefully I can make a difference in your lives. My parents just wanted me to be happy. But I must say that when I told them that I was going to quit my steady paying job as a secretary to go into the financial services industry to a commission-based income, my father was not happy. He told me I would never make it and he wasn't happy with that. But had I not made that decision, I would still probably be a secretary earning meager salary, whereas now I don't have a boss and I don't have a ceiling on my income. I decided at the age of 46 that I was going to change careers. I was in the financial services industry and I decided that wasn't the place I wanted to be. So I quit, and being in the financial services industry, I knew property was a good decision. So I wanted to become a property investor, but I knew nothing about property. So I thought, okay, so the only way I'm going to learn about property is to become an estate agent. So I did a bit of research, picked an estate agency, went to one of them and said, please hire me. And they said, okay. And I started working as an estate agent. I was very unhappy for the first year. And I thought, okay, what have I done? Success to me is not being rich. You see a lot of people driving these fancy cars and these big houses. It doesn't mean they're rich. That means they're living on debt. To me, that's not wealth. Success to me is, number one, having your health. Without having your health, you've got nothing. Without having a relationship with God, without having your relationship with your family. When it comes to your business and investments and things like that, for me, success is having assets that are generating an income for you, or your business that's generating an income for you, so that you don't have to work. You don't have to work. You work because you want to work to make a difference in other people's lives. That is why you're working, is to make a difference. You can contribute, that's what success is to me. The turning point in my life was 1997, when my ex-husband left me in Malaysia. So I was in a foreign country, and I had no idea what to do. I had gone from my father's home into my husband's home, and I had no idea what to do. My knight in shining armor had just left me. So I had no idea. It was the first time I had even flown, even though we had traveled around the world, it was the first time I'd ever climbed onto an aeroplane on my own. And I got onto the plane, flew back to South Africa. I didn't know how to get a cell phone. I had no idea how to rent a property. I was totally lost, and I was nearly 30 years old. So that was a big turning point in my life where I realized nobody was coming to help me. I needed to now stand on my own 2 feet. So that was a big turning point in my life. It was a very big shock. Nobody was coming, and I had to learn myself. And that was the beginning of me becoming self-sufficient, taking responsibility for myself, and becoming independent. And it was at that point I decided, no, I would never ever rely on anybody again, because nobody was coming. I needed to take responsibility for myself, for my health, for my wealth, for every aspect of my life. Gold people, anybody watching, nobody is coming. Whatever situation you are in, if you are waiting for that knight in shining armor to come and save you from your financial problems, your love life, your health issues, your weight issues, nobody is coming. There's only one person you can trust, and that is yourself. And you have to take responsibility for that. You have to. Nobody knows you like you do. And that's also why don't ever let anybody tell you what you can or what you can't do. Gold viewers, I'm just telling you, nobody is coming. There is no knight in shining armor that is coming to rescue you. Not in your love life, not in your financial life, not in your business. Nobody is coming. No blame games. You take responsibility for your failures and your successes. And the failures are also wins, as long as you look at them and you learn from them, because you will fail. But fail forward.
No one is useless in this world who lightens the burdens of another. We will see you after the break. Don't go nowhere. Gold is the ultimate. I've learned that you shouldn't go through life with a catcher's mitt on both hands. You should be able to throw something back. And when you do, it means you are successful. Success is knowing your purpose in life, growing to reach your maximum potential, and sowing seeds that benefits others. Simply put, let your heart be golden.
The basic need for Street Bliss Foundation was when I realized the need for the focus on the mindset development for entrepreneurs, especially in our townships, among the youth and the unemployed, which is a major problem in South Africa. So the need is born in the fact that South Africa is the underperformer when it comes to entrepreneurship spirit. There's several reasons for that, but we can get to that. So it's basically born out of a need identified. And I was privileged to get exposure to this in different environments in townships and with the youth. I was privileged to take the youth team from townships to the global championships for entrepreneurship. And there was one evening that really made a difference. One evening in Moscow in Russia, when the South African team, of which I was the national coordinator, They got the 4th place among many, many countries, including United States, China, and the rest. That night, I realized the potential of these youth that I brought there, that I got to know where they're coming from, and then the realization was this potential. And it felt like I need to investigate this. So the project, as one of the achievements that I want to talk about, is then the walk that I've started from Pretoria, and I walked down to Cape Town with a specific mission and doing research. So this walk was for like close to 5 months, 4.5 months. It was over the distance of close to 3,000 kilometers, which is like 1,700 miles. And I visited more than 100 township communities, doing research, workshops at schools with the unemployed groups, community leaders, etc. So it was planning and strategized to do the walk, get up at 3 o'clock in the morning, get in time to schools before they close. So the walk became a symbol. I started at the Nelson Mandela statue in Pretoria at the Union Buildings. Early morning on his birthday, 18th of July 2018. That was the year in which he would have turned 100. So it was part of my celebrating his centenary, and then passing through more than 100 townships down to Cape Town, visit close to 200 schools. And I ended in Cape Town at the Nelson Mandela statue on the balcony at the City Hall, where he delivered his first speech when he was released from prison. So that was the first achievement, I would say, is to finish this, to complete it. And I got a lot of support from SEDA, for instance, Small Enterprise Development Agency. I got a letter of endorsement from the Minister of Small Business, Lindiwe Zulu, and a lot of other encouragement globally as well. The second achievement I would like to mention is then to put this whole journey, to tell the story of this journey, and to put it into a book. And this book was now published in the United States in the middle of July, July 2022. And this is a major achievement, to publish a book in the United States. I started the walk with a slogan that was printed on this sponsored vehicle that was like following at a distance with all the material and clothes and stuff. So the slogan on there was change mindsets, change lives. But in time, I repeat this one sentence so many times in my head, and I thought, but this must be the slogan. And this was with the constant challenges. How am I going to get there? How am I going to do this? Where am I going to get the funding? How am I going to get to the next township? What if this or that? And this, the slogan that came to me was like, just make it work. One word to describe South Africa. Interesting. Dancing. If you ask me one word, dancing. People are dancing everywhere. And I've joked about it a lot. I said, well, if we're not dancing, we're killing each other. But to see people dancing everywhere under not pleasant circumstances always, still finding the space for happiness, that is something special to discover and see. And then to realize in yourself, Nico, are you happy? Happiness is not asking for anything. There's no condition for it. That's a wonderful thing of happiness to discover. The outcome of the walk and the research from the youth, the message from the youth, 16, 17-year-olds in South Africa, with, I can say with no exception, and I'm talking about during the walk, was the following. Please ask the older generation in this country to let go of their grudges and conflicts, and ask them to use that energy and time to open up opportunities for us.
One of the most beautiful effects of living your passion is that it inspires others to live theirs. Let's be inspired by people who had faith, people who believed, and people who made it happen. Be inspired on Gold.
Starbucks CEO Howard Schultz grew up in the project of Canarsie, Brooklyn. He grew up the son of a truck driver who barely made enough money to make ends meet. Despite growing up in a poor family, he was athletically talented and earned a football scholarship to the University of Northern Michigan. However, everything changed when he stumbled upon a small coffee shop called Starbucks. He loved the coffee so much that he went on to become the chief executive in 1987 after leaving Xerox. Who leaves Xerox for a small coffee shop? Howard did. One important factor to take from this is that do not be afraid to leave the good for the great.
It is the greatest mistake of all time to do nothing because you think you can only do little. Start where you are. Use what you have and do what you can. That's the way I see it. Let's go on the street and talk to our believers. Right now, it's Golden View. Your views are golden too.
My name is Innocent Mabaso. What inspires me the most is that when you are around with your family, those who speak positive things, those who say positive things, whoever who is down, whoever who is sad, you just say a positive thing to uplift that someone's soul who is down. Always stay around with your family, stay around with your parents, stay around with your little ones, and inspire them with a positive thinking and a positive mind.
Do not go where the path may lead, but go where there's no path and leave a trail. Do good and show other people how to do good so that we can make this world a better place for all. Let us go for another beautiful break on Gold. We are coming back. Everyone has the fire, but the champions know how to ignite the spark. And in my own experience, there's only one motivation, and that is desire. No reasons or principle contain it or stand against it. Do you want to make a positive impact in the world around you? A champion of the day is still here, inspiring souls on Gold.
What I love going on in the world right now is the fact that you can sit at your computer, go on Google or YouTube, and you've got access to information, to anything that you want, whether it's training courses or spiritual, or it is just amazing to me that you can just learn so much. I'm a very big believer in personal growth, and you've just got access to courses and information worldwide, and by a touch of a button, you know, you can invest, like I said, in property in the US, you know, talking about being a property investor, as I say, in the UK. You can earn a bit of, you can be a landlord in the UK or wherever you want to. You can get a degree in America. Again, it just opens up a whole new world. And I just find that amazing. My favorite quotes are, number 1, it is what it is. Number 2, just give it to God. And number 3, what you focus on expands. If you can't change something, it is what it is. Just work with it. It's no point stressing or... So that's the first one. The second one, just give it to God. And that fits in with the first one. You know, there's a situation that you cannot change or that you're upset about. Just give it to God. He's got a plan. And I learned that with cancer as well. When you are so sick and there's nothing you can do. Nothing you can do. Just give it to God. When you just give it to God, the relief and the stress that just gets lifted is amazing. And just really try that. And the third one What you focus on expands. And this is really true. If you focus on negative things, you will attract negative things. If you focus on positive things will happen in your life. My 4 major keys to success. Number 1 is God. Without God, there's nothing. Number 2 is your health. No matter how rich you are, without your health, you are nothing. You can do nothing. Health is vitally important. Number 3 is family. Family, unconditional love. Number 4 is business. And if you've got those first 3 things in place, business falls into place. The inspirational story I'd like to share with the viewers of Gold is a personal one. And this, I hope, will make a difference to somebody. Do not let anybody tell you that you're going to die, or don't always listen to your doctors. In 2017, I was diagnosed with ovarian cancer. The doctor told me, this is going to kill you. I said, no, it's not. Later on in that year, my mother was diagnosed with dementia. They told her that I would never get my mother back. She went on to some medication. I got my mother back. A few months later, we both got swine flu. Later on that year, my bladder ruptured because of the chemo. After my bladder ruptured, they discovered I had a tumor on my brain. They told me that was going to kill me. I said, no, it's not. In 2018, they did gamma knife radiation. Later on in 2018, my tumor doubled in size. I then went for a second opinion because they said to me, the tumor is I'm going to drop dead at any moment. Don't forget that. I'm going to drop dead at any moment. I went for a second opinion. The neurosurgeon then said to me that the tumor has to come out surgically. Gamma knife radiation should never have been done. And what's more, those doctors had radiated in the wrong place. 2019, the neurosurgeon removed most of the tumor. September last year, they discovered I have radiation damage in my brain because of the gamma knife radiation that was done, that shouldn't have been done and was done in the wrong place. So my point I'm making is I did not die from ovarian cancer. I did not drop dead from the brain tumor. If they had radiated again, I probably would have brain damage if they had radiated again. Also, in the beginning of this year, with the radiation damage, I couldn't speak. I had no memory. I was speaking gibberish. And they said most likely I would be like that permanently. I refuse to believe that. I still battle at times to speak, but on the whole, I don't think I'm doing too badly. I was booked off for most of the year. I went back to work, and the more I worked, the better my speech came back. So what I want to say is, don't ever give up. Do not listen to doctors that go for a second opinion. Don't let them tell you that you're going to die. I was told that how many times? I'm not dead. You got to fight. It's your mindset. Because when you're told you're going to die, you can curl up in a ball and say, why me? Or you can jump up and say, why not me? The problem's still there. Either way, the cancer is still there. Whether you curl up or you jump up. It's just how you deal with it. It's your mindset. That's my inspirational story. I know it may sound like I'm airy-fairy in my head, but I've come close to death many, many times. And it makes you question things and look at things in a different perspective. And life is great. It's not the bad place everybody says it is. Be positive. be grateful.
Golden viewers of gold, would you like me to give you a formula for success? It's quite simple, really. Double your rate of failure. Now you're thinking failure is the enemy of success. Nah, it is not. You can be discouraged by failure or you can learn from it. So go ahead and make all the mistakes you can because that is where you will find success. Go for gold.